This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Will kick this deep to get us going. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Scanning the field. It's Henderson. Receiver makes the grab.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And that will pick up the first down. Spotted at 38.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
First down. Looking to throw the football. The sure hands. It's Baxter. And he's tackled after the catch. Second down after that previous play. Looking to throw yet again. And that catch is hauled in. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Crucial third down play after that completion. We go with a direct snap. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to third down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab. It's Baxter. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
They look to throw it here on second down. The pocket breaking down. They'll make the first down, and that scramble. That's a tough one for this defense to give up.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Ball handed off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking for some space. It's Robinson. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Strong opening drive. This is play number 9, but it's third down now. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. The shotgun handoff here. And the ball on the ground. It's a turnover.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Second down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Henderson. Makes a quick catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Third down upcoming after that completion. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Whoa, talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
He's got it. A 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
He'll ride the back again here. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Hard running through a tackle. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. And he's stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown, so they got to bounce back from that right away. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, going to heave it downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
And here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. With the catch, it's Brown. Tackled at the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They'll hand it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Heading left after the handoff. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a fourth down stop. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
And the Ducks lining up here on 1st and 10. Here comes a handoff. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And it's up and good.
Kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Set to advance on the ball.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Defense is coming after him. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
He's running out of... Here's trouble. The ball is knocked loose in the end zone. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Caught over the middle. It's Baxter. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not.
He's brought down, a sack by the defense coming up big on this 4th down play.
Why in the world would the offensive coordinator and head coach decide to go for it inside their own red zone? That's a peculiar choice for this offense.
They're going to run it here. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 14-yard line. 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
And he'll set up to throw. Nice grab. It's Brown. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Or it's snapped to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the 1st down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that 1st down.
And it's good right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Hoping to improve in the last drive. They got stopped on 4th down, and it ended up costing them a field goal. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Touchdown, Oregon. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
Oregon 17, Florida State 7.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. And the wideout goes in motion. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble. Looks like he's going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is made, but that's good for a 1st down at the 47.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The back's got it. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
That's caught. It's Gibson. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Catch is made down the middle. Touchdown, Florida State. This quarterback on fire today. Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is good, but is still trail, though. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Caught quickly.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Now it's second down here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On the run, it's Brown. Solid run. They'll bring it back at the 28-yard line.
But I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
The Ducks line up on 1st and 10 now. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Jordan. It's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes a reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. Quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball. And eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and effective.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And it falls incomplete. One final shot as the quarter expires. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to begin the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
And the Oregon offense will take over.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Drop him back. We're going to throw for the first down. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
That's exactly what the coach, I'm sure, talked about there at halftime. Is the defense is going to be out there on the field first. We're down in this football game. We got to get pressure on this offense, come up with some plays, and get the ball back to our offense. That's exactly what they have a chance to do now.
The returner is brought down. Gets a starter on the next drive. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Using his legs, it's Robinson. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Just the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Finding space at the 20. Forced out of bounds just short of the end zone.
Oh, the running back, I think he might be frustrated. He had such a great gain, and somehow he gets pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I think he wanted to take that one all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. I don't blame him.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Seminoles. And they go in front here in the second half. But they'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick off.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Will hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. The short completion of the tight end.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
That completion makes it second and short. And they hand it off to the back. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
He's swallowed up at the line, could not get past that big defensive tackle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Under pressure, just lets it go. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Bringing pressure. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up fourth down. The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. The pass is intercepted.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Henderson. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made. Room to run here. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Same tailback, another carry. Powers through. And the Knowles look to keep this drive moving.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he...
Oh, and he fumbles! The defense recovers the fumble. And one final play before the end of the quarter. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. First play with the score, Florida State 21, Oregon 17.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Trying to extend the play. He'll throw it now. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on fourth down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with a lead in the fourth quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible, and that's a great way to get this drive started.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Knowles. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter.
That makes the score, Florida State 28, Oregon 17.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. He's escaping the pocket now. Makes the catch downfield. Steps out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, some show of life from this offense.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. for the incompletion. It's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is finally made, but not before a big gain. They'll spot it at the 24.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 here. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Extending the play now. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion. The Ducks come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. That's a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Ducks. This offense really clicking.
Number 10 with the carry.
The obvious move here is to go for a 2-point conversion to cut this lead to 3 as time winds down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He'll get in there for 2 points. Now the deficit, just a field goal. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Set to kick this one away.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Okay, ready?
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Catch made on the right side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
I love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
A crucial play in this game. It's 3rd down and 2. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And it's good for a first down to the 36. And the Seminoles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Lasso!
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
On the double.
Important second down play coming up.
Check, check.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Gonna run it. It's Davis. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. 6th play of the drive coming up. Same tailback, another carry. He shreds the tackle. And that run produces a decent gain.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now.
Get set, get set.
Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
A running play called on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
I mean, I hate to second guess here, but why in the world with this lead wouldn't you just punt the ball away and allow your defense to ice this football game? This now gives this offense great field position and a chance to really take advantage of it.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Obvious false start there, moving too early. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, it's picked off. What a play.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And there's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Noles enter the final minute here, just looking to run the clock out. Back to throw. It's Henderson. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Well, the defense does exactly what they needed to do here by coming up with the interception with less than 2 minutes to go. They get the ball back to their quarterback, and now they've got a chance to possibly win this game.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw, testing the middle. Wow, a 3rd hit tonight by the QB. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
First down here for this offense. Gives it to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.